Hey everyone, welcome to Grey's Anatomy Post-Op, a new weekly talk show where we'll be celebrating some of your favorite moments from the past 13 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I'm Gordon James, also known as Nurse Gregory, also known as the nurse who should have never left Meredith alone. Moving on. I'll be your tour guide down memory lane. Today's episode will be focused on one of the show's signatures, the music that makes you laugh, cry, swoon, and dance it out. Please welcome the woman Shonda Rhimes refers to as her fairy godmother of music, music supervisor, Alexandra Patsavas. Hello, Alex.
Hello there.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
Great to be here.
Most people think that a music supervisor just sits around all day with earphones on listening to different types of music. I think we're wrong about that.
A music supervisor really touches anything that's musical in an episode. So if an actor is humming Happy Birthday or references a song, that sort of falls under my department. So I have to make sure it's cleared, which means that it's legally able to be aired. We think about theme songs, we think about how score and songs sort of flow into each other, and most of all, we think about what source songs or what recorded music that's not composed enhances the episode.
So tell me more about your process for finding songs for Grey's.
My sort of overreaching process is that I'm always listening with scenes in mind. Is this music to die to kiss to? Is there a bomb? What could it do to the emotion of a scene? What is a quality of somebody's voice that can be heartbreaking without a heartbreaking lyric?
The worst they can do is say
Please
no.
Please don't offer me this job.
I wanted to. For a week.
Shonda and I have a conversation at the beginning of every season, and we really talk about I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know how she wants the audience to feel while it does.
But you picked music for that before?
Not exactly, but I am starting to pull music based on the emotional brief that she has given me.
So can you give us a little bit of history on how you fell into being a music supervisor?
It's been a 30-year fall. Made my way to Los Angeles, and then was lucky enough to assist a very generous music supervisor who really taught me the ropes.
So how did that lead you to Grey's Anatomy?
I was brought in for an interview on the pilot. I remember very clearly from the interview that Shonda really wanted to use songs as score. Shonda wanted songs in the operating rooms, songs to tie things together thematically. In my mind, reading the script, I did not totally understand how we would use songs in an operating room, and Shonda always did.
Ready, set, go. Gas to the fire.
10 blade.
Push a little farther. Jump
10 blade.
a little higher. Fast, not slow. Watch me taking over.
So Alex, if we can jump into the major Grey's music moments, I would be remiss, and I'm sure the fans would hate me if I didn't talk about what I call the Grey's anthem, Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol.
Meredith?
If I just lay here.
You've scarred me emotionally with that song, basically. I can't
welcome.
listen to the thank you. I can't listen to the song anymore without thinking that something bad is going to happen. Tell us the story behind that. Did you know them before? Did they send you a demo? What happened?
Snow Patrol is clearly so tremendous. This was a new album that had just been released. As a supervisor and as a person who works on Grey's Anatomy, I am super focused on making sure that I present to Shonda the option that really is best for the scene. And of course, that song is in such a pivotal moment, ties many storylines together.
And if I lay here.
If I just lay here.
Would you lie with me and just forget the
Words,
world?
stay with me.
I remember waking up the next morning and the Snow Patrol song had sort of climbed to the top of a chart, which was not as mobile back then.
Let's talk about John Legend. The All of Me song by John Legend debuted on Grey's Anatomy.
unless you can give me a reason not to.
And it was a different version that came out.
It was slightly different. In the more traditional record process, demos are shared. And so the slightly not quite there version might not be exactly perfect, but it's almost where you want it to be. John sent an early, almost done version to Shonda. She knew she wanted to use it. He allowed us to use it.
So after Dr. Burke leaves Christina at the altar, she and Meredith share a special moment as they get her out of her wedding dress. Tell me about Keep Breathing by Ingrid Michaelson.
This was at the very beginning of her career. I believe we have used Ingrid at least 10 times, probably. Ingrid's voice was so perfect for the story. Innocent but edgy, just beautiful. That's one of my favorite scenes on the show.
And you guys really sort of create a music family as well as an actor family because you recur a lot of the artists that you use, as you said, with Ingrid. You've also used Sleeping at Last over 28 times.
Right.
Are they just your favorite, or is it just?
Yes and yes, yes and yes. You know, not only have we used so much original music from Ryan O'Neal, who is Sleeping at Last, but he has just a inspired way with a cover.
Don't care who you are,
Close the door, dear.
what you did, as long as you love me, who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me.
Season 10 had a lot of covers in it, right?
Not my genius idea, I wish it was. Shonda handpicked the actual songs.
Okay.
And it was my job to come up with the versions. And I think we used over 30.
I saved his life.
I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart.
I'm assuming, based on what you told me, you and Shonda have sat down and discussed the tone for the upcoming season. I know you can't tell us a lot.
I think we are going to be referencing a more classic, historical Grey's Anatomy.
What, I got something on my face?
No, your face is perfect. I mean, I have a,
What's up?
this was great, but I have
Really been terrific fun to put together these compilations this year.
And then my last question to you. We have the 300th episode coming up. How does it feel? Do you feel more pressure?
I do feel pressure to hopefully continue to connect. Such a privilege to work on such a good show. I just worry about keeping up my end. It has been really interesting to come here to think we've had over 1,500 songs on Grey's Anatomy, and as we come to episode 300, we'll probably be at almost 1,600. We could go on and on about some of the unbelievably talented artists who have lent us their music.
Well, I think I speak for the fans to say that you move us all every Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
For more Grey's content, including a playlist of some of Alex's favorite Grey's songs to dance it out to, check out the Love Grey's Hub on abc.com. And make sure to check back here every Wednesday for an all-new episode of Grey's Anatomy Post-Op, leading up to the 300th episode on Thursday, November 9th. And last but not least, my parting gift to you, an exclusive sneak peek at tomorrow's brand new episode of Grey's Anatomy. Bye, y'all.
Shouldn't we take a break?
No need. I've come to a decision.
Were we waiting for one?
This place is clearly not worth the financial drain, and I don't want the foundation or the family name anywhere near it. I'm pulling the funding. Done.
If the foundation pulls out, we'll fold immediately.
Not my problem.
You are not wrong. We have spent a lot of money.
Millions.
Yes, we spent millions in order to make more. Look, there was smoke damage and water damage, and we could have just repaired it, but instead we improved it because we hadn't had a design update in many years. And if we want to attract and retain elective surgery clientele, which is this hospital's primary source of income, we needed one. And sir, a resident set a fire because she was trying to save a child from being kidnapped, and that same resident's bravery has been all over the news. So I suggest to you that to pull our funding now would prompt a public outcry and bring about a PR nightmare for your foundation.
Fine. The hospital can keep its funding, but you're fired.
Catch every season of Grey's Anatomy, currently available on iTunes.